Friends, colleagues and listeners, here we are, another podcast show, and our guest today is Amit Maheshwari, who's the CEO and MD of Softlink Global. So Amit, welcome, sir. Lovely to have you on board.
Thanks a lot, Chris, for inviting me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, Amit. So Amit, let's start, obviously very basic question, but how did you get into the business, and how did you become the head of Softlink Global, and why?
Yeah. Softlink Global, it came into being in 2005. 2005 is the year when I established this company. In fact, I started dabbling with logistics software much earlier, probably in 1992. I started dabbling with the software. I'm myself a electronic engineer. So
Yeah.
for me, understanding computer was a little easy. And at that time, I joined my uncle's business. And then I saw he was a custom broker. And custom broking, as you know, is a very, very complex business. Very, very complex. So many, the calculations are very typical, so many rules and regulation.
Yeah.
So I was, and the calculation of the duty, the customs duty, which ultimately they have to pay when you import, so many calculations need to be done. So I thought, why don't I create a software which can probably do the needful, and instead of typewriting, which they were doing at that time, why don't we print it? So that is why the software, or my love affair with the software for this industry began. I was a electronic engineer. I had done few projects during my college days. So I coded the system myself and tried, the problem was solved. So instead of taking maybe an entire day to create a document, it was
Yeah.
reduced to probably 15 minutes. So this is where I started way back in 1992.
Brilliant. Well done. So obviously you mentioned there about software and link. So I'm assuming that's where the name came from, Softlink.
Softlink, yeah, software. And at that time I was thinking what to name. So Softlink came into my mind.
Yeah, no,
That
it's good
yeah,
logic. Yeah,
yeah,
no, nice one. I think I actually missed the link at the beginning when I was doing the intro, so I'm
yeah.
also now on board. So no, well done, well done. Now
Mm.
let's talk about what you actually do. So obviously with the cloud platform, but what is it? What is it that Softlink Global actually does, and why is it of benefit for the 4,500 plus customers that you've got?
Now, Softlink is, I can tell you that we are catering to logistics service provider.
Yeah,
If you divide the your entire spectrum of logistics, you have the logistics service provider, you have carriers, and you have ports. We cater to logistics service providers, which means freight forwarders, custom brokers, your transporters, as well as warehouse, CFS, and some of the allied areas. So
right.
these are the customer so what we have is we started with DOS, in 1992. Then in 2005 we have a Windows platform, but we soon realized that Windows is a past technology and we have to rebuild. So we rebuilt the system from ground up, and that system is Logi-Sys, which is basically you can say, an intelligent cloud platform,
Yeah,
basically catering to all of these service provider, whether they are only a custom broker or whether they are only a freight forwarder or a 3PL company providing everything. So it takes care of right from customer acquisitions, or even before the marketing, customer acquisitions, then customer onboarding, then providing service to him, like handling their shipments and doing whatever they want the logistics service provider to do. Then finally the billing, accounting, regulatory compliance, tax compliance. So it takes care of the entire end-to-end requirement of a service provider, logistics service provider, be it anyone whom I named.
okay, very good, very good. And the actual products or defined services within the overall picture. So I know you got Logi-Sys Pro and you've got Live Impex, Visual Impex. Do you want to just explain a little bit about them and why they differ, why they're differentiated?
I didn't get your last part of the question.
Okay, do you want to just go into a little bit more detail with the product specifics that you have?
Okay. We had, when we started in 2005, we started with visual impacts, which is basically for custom brokers
Yeah.
situated within India. It was not outside India, within India. So, and then we had a product called Visual Akash, which is for air cargo. And then we had a product called Visual Samudra, which is for sea cargo. And then we had a product called Visual Accounts, which is for accounting. But in 2015 or 16, we
Yeah.
came with the Logi-Sys, which covers everything. So the way I explained it is a basically end-to-end product, right from beginning to end. And this is the same product which is being used across 50 countries currently,
Very.
be it in US, be it in Philippines, be it in Singapore, be it in India, be it in Sri Lanka or Sweden or Siberia or Dubai, Africa. So this is the same product which is being used by these logistics service provider. Obviously, the regulatory compliance of each country or the taxation is different. And the best part is that the system is ready for these 50 countries and take care of everything. And every now and then, like right now, we are also again started working with a new country. So the system will become compliant to the newer country also.
Very good, very good. So it's very, very agile, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And you also have your own online training.
Yes, we have a platform because since we are catering to so many customers
Yeah.
now, providing trained manpower who can utilize our system is also our responsibility. So that is why we came out with a platform which is basically Softlink Academy. And under Softlink Academy, we have a Logis learning system, which is basically it's a online where our customers can nominate their users or their employees, and they can come online and they get trained, and we issue them the certificate, and it's a kind of a 2-year renewable certificate because we are continuously adding more and more features into the software, and we want the manpower to be updated with whatever we are doing and whatever is happening in the industry. So this platform not only gives them the idea about our own system, but also gives them the idea about what exactly is happening in the system. And very shortly, we are opening the system to anyone else other than our Lois users so that people can be benefited, their own value can increase, their own worth within their company can be more effective. So that's our aim, not only to provide the trained manpower to the industry or the logistics users, but
Yeah.
as well as get ready the people who really want to scale up in their life.
Okay. No, that's great. And where it sort of, if you want to say spreads out or where it wants to, move in different directions, you've also got warehouse management software, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, this Logi-Sys has the different module. So it has a warehouse module also, it has a CFS module also, it has a transport module also. So
Yep.
people can grow. Some of the companies we have, like we have a customer, IKEA. Now, IKEA handles their logistics using this platform. They are not logistics service providers, but they are themselves a big store and they have a huge procurement from all across the world. They specialize into providing a quality product as a reasonable cost.
Yeah.
And we power them to get the procurement and get it to the store. So like that, we provide a service to say DHL. Now DHL in India, any product coming in, it has to go through the custom formalities. So that custom formalities happens in our system. So that whatever custom declaration, whatever customs they are doing, and they are using it. DHL is using our system for 20 plus years now. Earlier, they were using, even before I established this company, they were using my DOS products.
Nice, very good. And so, I mean, it's got obviously you've got the inventory management and integration with the forwarding operations,
That's right.
but the the scalability of the warehouse management, I mean, that's excellent. And you also integrate with your other modules. Interesting part, the real-time tracking. How's that?
Yeah. So we have this system called Logi Connect.
Yeah,
In under Logi Connect, we are integrated with the various carriers. So, like I give you one example that we are integrated with almost 112 airlines. Now, these 112 airlines, our customers can check freight rates, they can do booking, they can check schedules, they can send them the airway bill, and they can also track in real time. Similarly, we are also connected to carriers around I think 15 major carriers in the world
right.
to provide the tracking, to provide booking, to provide BL, do the BL.
Yeah,
So everything can happen in real time. That whatever our forwarders containers are using, that containers get the information from these service providers, these carriers, about its current status.
yeah. No, well done, well done. And as far as like I said, if we met now at an airport and there's lots of organisations in similar fields, what would you say if I asked you, what's the biggest customer service improvement or customer benefit of your system over anybody else's, or your system in similar activities as other industry best practices?
See, the biggest benefit what people, when they implement our system get is one is the standardization of operation. That instead of, my service level goes up and down, I'm providing a consistency in service. That
Yeah,
customer experience is remains the same, and I continuously can improve on it because I'm not relying on only human. I'm also relying on my SOPs. I've created a SOP and implemented the SOPs. Second is elimination of errors. That whatever human errors which are committed, like we have a product which we are recently about to launch is LogiLens. Now that LogiLens, again, this product is part of Logis-Sys. What
yeah,
it does is it's a AI based. It is created on an OpenAI platform. What we
right,
have done is you give him a invoice, you give him a packing list, you give him a BL, you give him a airway bill. It converts that unstructured data into a structured data with zero human intervention and
very good.
completely AI driven. That is why we call it LogiLens. So it converts the data. So human error, which is basically punching of the data, that
Yeah,
is almost eliminated. Obviously, its accuracy will keep on going up as we go ahead because currently it is at around 92%. But as we go ahead, probably it is going to touch 98, 99% accuracy in its what it is supposed to do. So human is eliminated, faster turnaround because it will be much faster. Somebody who is taking maybe half an hour to enter, the system can do it in few minutes. System will be able to do in few minutes. Then regulatory compliance is again very important aspect for any company, whether it is a taxation, whether it is a your customs. So our system takes care of that regulatory compliance also. So their operation become more resilient, more less manpower dependent. Like currently there is a strike happening in US where the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
port is crippled. Because they don't want automation. The main crux of that is that they don't want automation.
yeah.
Uh, and US is one of the most, you can say, inefficient ports in the world. Most inefficient compared to Asia.
I know it's amazing, and obviously I think it's what first one for 50 years or whatever. But it's a big T junction. It's a big changing point for them.
Yeah.
Huge, huge. Now you mentioned there about standards and standardization and consistency,
Hmm.
and fair play, because one of the things that everybody talks about, but very few people are able to measure. Do you have a breakdown, where you're able to say, look, this was the old system or this was the most commonly used system, and now by using our system, here are the actual benefits, whether it be in time, whether it be in accuracy. Do you have a transparent grid like that where, people can sort of be encouraged to transfer across because they can see the upside or the benefits, especially in today's markets where, turnover is so high and, people's reliance on individuals and humans is starting to change a little bit because there's a lot of reduced training.
Yeah, we do have, again in today's world, one thing I can tell you, every service provider is using some system or the other. Nobody is that, who is not using the system.
Yeah.
Probably they may be using Excel, or they may be using disparate systems, or they may be using end-to-end system. And then there is a Logi-Sys. So one of our biggest competitor is CargoWise in Australia. Now these CargoWise users are basically restricted by their screens, that they have to use strictly a window-based software, window-based laptop or a computer,
Yeah.
because it's a window-based software, which is CargoWise is a window-based software where you have to use a remote desktop. While our system is completely easy, that you can even use, like, I have this flip phone. Now flip phone can be used easily. This screen is more than enough
Yeah.
for running my software. So you can use my customer can use any platform and from anywhere. They are not tied to their desk or they are not tied to their laptops, which is a kind of a huge benefits. And instead of complicated screen, very easy screens. Now, compared to a regional, if somebody is using, if I'm somebody is using some regional software
Yeah.
where there is a desperate softwares. Accounting is done here, my operation is done here, my CRM is done here, my sales is done here. So I've got 4 or 5 softwares which is maybe connected somewhere, but still desperate. So compared to that, our system provide a complete seamless link up. Once the data is entered, till the customer is out, you no need to enter a single information ever again.
Brilliant, brilliant. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Making it easy and making people feel comfortable and then
That's right.
want to use it more. And I like what you said there about simple screens, because sometimes the screens and the process is so complex, it puts people off, and then you have to go back again and start again, and it just drives people mad. What do you see as the biggest challenges coming up now in the next 2 to 5 years?
Towards us or towards the industry?
No, in general, the industry.
Industry, the challenges, as you say, things are so dynamic now, because earlier, whatever you are doing, that was for certain period of time, that remained consistent.
Yeah,
But today is a very, very dynamic. Like, other day, a few days back, you saw, there was an attack on Iran attacked, this, and then there was a Houthi attack on a ship
yeah,
on the Suez Canal. So again, the ship have to go back to they have to again go to the Cape of Good Hope.
yeah.
So this is happening in real time. So today, what is working today is changing tomorrow. So being updated and being latest and being aware of this current geopolitical situations is very, very important, which was not earlier the case. There was some level of consistency. Freight rate. Now look at the freight rates. Freight rate earlier, when they were going down, going down, going down. For years, they were going down. Now it's up. Now they are making like this.
Yeah,
Today it is down. Now 5,000 container rate become 10,000 in matter of days.
yeah, yeah,
Matter of days. So this is the time when people have to think, and then customer expectancy. My logistic service providers, their customer, their expectations are rising, because when they see the how Amazon is operating, or how these companies are, these e-commerce companies are operating. They expect similar kind of performance from
Yeah,
a
yeah,
freight forwarder also.
yeah. The bar's raised, isn't it? The pressure's on.
Exactly. So it is very, very dynamic, because I've been in industry for over 30 years now, and I started my career as a custom broker and then became freight forwarder before turning on this side, providing technology to them. So now I can see from their side also very, very changing.
Yeah,
Too much changes.
yeah. No, it's incredible, and I mean, it's exciting, but it's also a little bit concerning. You know how the changes are going to drive the actual changes the way everybody thinks and does business in the future. So it's got to simplify. But like you say, my goodness me, the geopolitics is a real big influencer now. It's crazy the way the world's going. But it would be nice if we had a system that could simplify and standardize geopolitics, to make it a lot more consistent and easier to live with. But
Hmm.
Amit, listen, thank you so much for sharing a little window into your world and what you've done. Well done, you. And anything that makes business easier and makes the transactions around it easier for the people is a great thing. So really appreciated your time. Thank you so, so much. Wish you great success and look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Thank you, Chris. And I'll say I love this industry. I really love logistic industry. Every day is a new day.
Yeah, no, it comes across. The passion that you've got is also reflected in the words you use on your website as well. So fair play to you. That's what a leader's all about, Amit. Good on you.